We have some breaking news from the NHL, including some more activity from the NHL waiver wire. Panthers defenseman Adam Boqvist was on waivers. He has been claimed and has a new home. Plus, Brandon Saad, who had his contract terminated through unconditional waivers, was cleared this afternoon and was only a free agent for a few minutes before signing his next contract. We'll discuss both players, where they ended up, and how it impacts those clubs coming up next. So welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. As I mentioned, we have some more significant breaking news here from the NHL this afternoon. Of course, it's been a busy week of NHL waiver wire activity. Of course, yesterday we had a couple of players on waivers, and they both have new homes here today. Of course, first one was Adam Boqvist, the 24-year-old right-shot defenseman, former 8th overall draft pick in his draft year with Florida, was placed on waivers. He's been picked up. He's now a member of the New York Islanders. Of course, if he had him cleared, Florida could have kept him and assigned him to their AHL affiliate, but that did not happen. The Islanders have been adding defensemen like crazy as of late due to injuries. Adds one more. I mean, they recently traded for Scott Perunovich from the St. Louis Blues, and they recently signed Tony DeAngelo, who returned from the KHL. So clearly, I know their blue line's been banged up. They've had some players hurt, but they're going to have an interesting conundrum on their hands when everybody does get healthy. I'd be curious to see long-term or into next year how this affects their blue line. Youngster Isaiah George, who I thought for the most part has played relatively well, will be sent down to the American Hockey League in order to make room on the roster for the 24-year-old Adam Boqvist, who's signed for the rest of this year, $775, so it's a cheap, low-risk contract. He still has RFA status as well, so controllable asset. Really, it's a pretty no-brainer situation. I mentioned yesterday, I thought there'd probably be a number of teams that would take a shot at Boqvist. Of course, in the waiver wire activity, it goes by their spot in the standings. So if there would have been a team lower than the Islanders to put in a claim, they would have been the successful team to grab them. But obviously, if there was teams any higher than the Islanders who tried, they would have lost out here since the Islanders did put their team forth to grab the player. So he'll, like I said, he joins DeAngelo and Perunovich as newcomers to the Islanders blue line. The Islanders find themselves, I believe, what are they up to now? I think a 6-game winning streak, climbing right back into the wild card race of the Eastern Conference playoff look. So I'll be curious to see where this goes. Of course, Brandon Saad, the bigger name here that was on waivers yesterday, was on unconditional waivers for the purpose of having his contract terminated with the St. Louis Blues. Of course, you can do that. It's a mutually agreed upon process. The player, along with his agent and the team, mutually agreed that it was best for the team and player to part ways. So Brandon Saad, who foregoes just over $5 million in income between the rest of this year and next, because he did have another year left on his contract, gets a new deal right away with the Vegas Golden Knights. He signs a prorated contract for $1.5 million. So he won't earn 1.5 because that's obviously what the cap hit will be for a full season, but he'll get a prorated version of that. And then obviously his goal would be to kind of rehabilitate his career, have a better finish. Hopefully, the thing too with getting on a contender is he'll have a shot to play in the playoffs. And clearly, a strong playoff performance can have a big impact on a player's future and ability to get that next contract as well. So, the multi-season 20-goal guy who's got lots of playoff experience during his runs with the Blackhawks and Blues and Blue Jackets over the years. Could be a good asset for Vegas. I mean, he'll likely have to play a bottom six role. I can see how he might be able to play on the third line, maybe the fourth line, but he'll definitely add a veteran scoring touch to that part of the lineup. So we'll see. And he's also obviously a guy that if they have any injuries or somebody's not going well or playing well, whatever, that you could slide up because he has lots of experience playing top 6 minutes. So it's a pretty interesting ad there for Vegas. Pretty low risk in a sense that they don't have to give up any assets. They don't have to pay him a ton of money, and they don't have to commit to him beyond the rest of the year. So, and even at the end of the day, if things are not working out between now and the deadline, maybe they flip him again, or maybe he goes on waivers. It's really a low risk move. Like I said, a lot of teams are jockeying for position here, trying to, it almost becomes an arms race, if you will, towards the deadline. And Vegas is already pretty strong, and they just got a little bit deeper, a little bit stronger. So clearly we'll see other teams make moves here around it as well. So let me know your thoughts on the Boqvist and Saad moves, how it affects both teams, especially the Islanders and the Golden Knights here moving forward. And of course, I'll be back a little bit later with another video recapping all of today's news and rumors from around the entire NHL as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.